Hi guys, Flamewing80 here with an update on what's going on. I realized a little while ago that I'm really terrible at updating on this channel. Most other sites I spend time on, fanfiction.net and DeviantArt, have methods to use to update people, or I just post a note at the end of a chapter and it works. YouTube isn't like that, and I need to get into the habit of doing videos like this one. Otherwise people might assume that I fell off the face of the earth and stuff like that, yeah. First, this video isn't about Guild Wars 2. That's what's going on in the background, but it is also going to be over a few things related to Dragon Age and my lore videos there. Also other matters as well. What you are seeing in the background right now is me on my Necromancer, half getting my daily done, half just map completing. Before any of that, I want to thank the 9 people who are now subscribed to my channel. It means a lot to me to see people subscribing, and I'm glad you guys did. Thank you so much. Okay, now to the updates. I've started to go through and make a buffer zone with the jumping puzzles in Guild Wars 2. I think after today I have 3 more puzzles than what is updated. I am releasing those daily to every other day, depending on how much I get done that day. Also related to Guild Wars 2, I will be starting up reviews on the New Living World content. While I know I don't know the lore as well as Wooden Potatoes, I can still give my 2 cents on what I'm thinking about the story and the overall update so far. I'm still somewhat new to Guild Wars 2 lore-wise. I've played the game since launch, though not very heavily, I admit. I was more into the Old Republic right after launch than I was into Guild Wars 2. I am also a returning player from Guild Wars 1, but back then I really wasn't invested into the game lore-wise. It was just a game I picked up every now and again when a friend called and said, hey, let's go do part of the storyline or do a quest or two. In other words, if you want lore on Guild Wars 2, you're never really going to see me doing videos like that on this channel. Go to Wooden Potatoes' channel. I swear he does a lot better job in that area than I will ever do. I do like Guild Wars and the universe around it, but I would rather just play the game and be interested in the storyline like everyone else than make videos on it. I have been spending a little time in-game looking for more topics for the fun videos for that series. There is one quest chain that I did find, but it's bugged, and I would need a group to run through and do it. And I haven't asked my guild yet if they're interested, and I'm not sure if we can get past the one point that it's bugged at, so the likelihood of that one being updated for a time is probably not going to happen unless I add in videos that are just about little quirks I find in game. But all those videos would be very short. Last matter for Guild Wars 2, I am working on putting together a build video for my Mesmer. It's not too different from most Reflection builds seen, it's just an ability or 2 switched. I also have a Shatterer build I've made and run from time to time, but I very rarely run it on him, so I would need to run a refresher to remember how I ran it. Now on to Dragon Age related stuff. I'm still working on the lore videos, don't worry. I have been for the past several days getting the script ready for Sihuron, the island there. And we'll start recording in the next day or so once the script is done. There is also a lot of research required in getting those lore videos scripted. Then I need to find what will go into the backgrounds for people to watch and make it flow just right. But I am hoping Sihuron will be up sometime this week. If not this week, hopefully next week. Rivain will be following, and that one will probably take a little bit longer. There's a lot more information on Rivain than there is on Sihuron. Currently Sihuron has, I think, 3 pages in the Volume 1 Lore of Thedas book, or World of Thedas book, sorry, and a little bit more than a page on the wiki if you include the links. So that's why it's taking me a little bit longer, and Revane has a lot more on it than Sihiron does, so we'll see how long it takes me to get that video up and running. I hope you guys are patient with it, and I appreciate if you are patient with it, because it is a very large project. The length of the videos do vary, and aren't always 10 minutes, as you've noticed with the last one. Sihiron isn't going to be 10 minutes either. The reason behind this is because it's an island and, again, doesn't have a lot of information on it, like Parvalon didn't, so yeah, it's not 10 minutes. The 10 minutes estimation was for videos like Ferelden and Orlas, which have tons of information on them. Currently, Ferelden would be, I think, maybe 30 minutes, given how much I have currently on Sihiron, and looking at just Ferelden in the World of Thedas Volume 1 and the wiki, there's just so much information to go over with Ferelden as a society, and same with Orlas, and the Tevinter is going to be a fun one to do, I admit that. Also, with the not going over the religion of the Qun in Parvalon or even the upcoming video of Sihiron. Yeah, probably just mispronounced that, sorry guys. Sihiron, sorry. Religion in and of itself I want to do a video by itself for. Why is because there are many religions on Thedas. There's 2 chantries, including the Imperial Chantry and the chantry that is used by Ferelden, Orlas, and the rest of the world. The Imperial Chantry is used by the Tevinter. Then you have the Qun, and then you have the Dalish religion, which is the old gods and so on and so forth. Then you have the really old gods that are believed to be the Darkspawn leaders. Now, they're the corrupted old gods. And then you have just so much to do with religion that it's going to take videos in and of themselves to do. Dragon Age lore in and of itself is always expanding, and I doubt that I'm going to have all of this done by the time Inquisition launches, because there is just so much to cover. It is a very, very large project, and very fun project, but very large. Also, on the expanding part there is a new book coming out called The Last Flight. I think it's called The Last Flight, at least, and, of course, the highly anticipated game Inquisition. The next topic I want to cover is on walkthroughs. As some of you have no doubt noticed, I had a walkthrough going of Dragon Age Origins, and kind of stopped because I was trying to do too much with it. I was doing lore as well as the walkthrough, and it wasn't really working out too well. The game was just too massive to do both in one. Plus the lore is pretty massive in and of itself. So I can still do walkthroughs. They're gonna take a lot of preparation work for, and so on. But I am very limited in what I can do for walkthrough videos. I only have a PC that I can record on, and I actually prefer playing on the PC more than any other platform, though I do own other platforms. The games I would be most willing to do walkthroughs for are basically BioWare games. So anything related to Mass Effect, Dragon Age, and I can and would love to do one on Knights of the Old Republic 1, and maybe even 2, but I would need a refresher on 2, and 2 is not made by BioWare. They would be very, very long walkthroughs, because of the fact I do tend to play every side quest I come across, and I wouldn't mind having people say, hey, we want you to play an evil character here, or we want you to play a Dalish in Origins, or play a male shepherd, which I have never done, by the way. And I have also never played a male Revan. which is relatively shocking because I actually am now a male Revan supporter, but that's highly besides the point. And the game doesn't really change that much for KOTOR. Finally, on the speed paints, I have realized that speed paints in of themselves are really random to have up on Flamewing's channel. So these two might end up being moved to my other channel, which is Emperor Nightlord, which is Emperor-Nightlord, one word. And that channel would just be for speed paints and stuff related to Trinity Blood, which is a series I tend to rate fanfictions for. The other series I rate fanfictions for is Star Wars. Shocker. There, right? Speed paints in of themselves take me quite a long time to do, because drawing takes me quite a long time to do. And then I have the editing to go through, and the music to pick out, and so on and so forth, all that fun jazz. That is about it for the updates. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully that helps you know I am still updating and I am still alive. Wait, am I alive? Okay, bye guys.